Alrighty, hello and welcome everybody to tonight's Thursday M2 Winter Trackalicious Round 3 stream. Hope everyone's having a great night. Is it round 3? I think it's round 4, but I'm not sure. Anyways, hope everyone's doing awesome tonight. We have, I think, 17 cars on grid currently. Conditions are looking lovely and sunny here tonight so far. You're deemed to timeout. Okay, we can arrange that. We'll figure that one out. I need to figure, yeah. But yeah, hope everyone is doing great. Ready for some racing here at Oulton Park. It's going to be, like I said, I think round 4 of the series. Need to change that. We can take a look here at the calendars coming up. We have our ever so hyped GT3 series coming up soon here. This is going to be our Sunday GT3 series. Qualifying race will be on February 26th. And that's going to be for our GT3 Pro Championship. It's going to be quite the series. So if you guys are one of the fast boys out there, maybe you should consider getting yourself in here. It's going to be a North American league, of course. We represent the North American leagues here at Trackalicious. At least we try. But yeah, if anyone interested there, we also have Rookie Series, plenty of other Cup Car Series starting up here soon. Plenty of events, and that all can be found on SimGrid. Did I spell that right? I think I did. Yes, on SimGrid. So let's get these off the screen. Let's get this on the screen. Tonight, I guess this is something I always forget to do. It's me, Mike Nause, in the booth tonight. I do not have my boy Blue. My boy Blue is going to be actually doing something else tonight. I thought he was driving here tonight, but he isn't, I guess. I don't see him in the server. Oh, he is. No, he is. Okay. My boy Blue in the server. So, coming out of the booth and into the cockpit tonight. Kyle Hampshire, last one on track. I think a couple others still. Ollie Raza. Lots of fast names here tonight. 17 cars, as I said. Washed Up Squid, welcome. Siege, welcome. I suck at this. Welcome, everybody. And let's get that off the screen. Cool. Gonna be getting into qualifying here. Nothing special for our qualifying session here tonight. It's just gonna be the drivers getting on with it, basically. Not too many here tonight, so we don't need to split it up. We got 15 minutes on the clock. Look at that. I drew it myself livery by Professor Carnotis, Bob Ross on there. We have lots of custom liveries for the M2s. This looks stock from Kyle Hampshire. I'm just going to go out on a limb. We have other drivers. Eric Cossian, definitely not with a stock livery, representing that Trackalicious flag, flying true. The glorious gradient. Awesome to see here at Donington. Wait, Donington? It's Oulton, not Donington. I knew that. We got Donington coming up. At least in the rookie race. I think that's going to be our next race. Let me just double check that to make sure that I'm not getting them confused again. But our awesome rookie series that is on Mondays at the same time. We just had Donington, and we're going to be going to Oulton Park next week. So. Ooh, lots of curb. Awesome BMW livery, by the way. Custom by Luis Castro, I think. He made it himself. How many channel points to ban I suck at this? Now that's an idea. Specifically, though, just to ban I suck at this. Jake, an awesome guy, but he would be forever banished from the Trackalicious chat by chat. Atomic Beauty, welcome. See ya, Jake. Mazzano. Will pay top dollar. I've been debating it. I've been trying to think of like of having a very expensive one. We're still working on our, you know, what's it called? Look at Trackalicious here right now with the stream. We're playing with things. Coming up, by the way, we got some massive improvements. So look forward to some improvements on the stream quality because I have gone out of the way. Eric, Blue as well will be hopefully. Well, I don't know. He hasn't gone out of his way, but it's going to be some really good production value coming here from Trackalicious, especially by the GT3 Pro Series coming up here at the end of February. Look at my message. I looked at your message. Welcome, Bearded Driver. Let's take a look here. As we are now a little bit into qualifying, I think these drivers have been able to set a lap just about. Coming into the third sector now with Jeremy Engelman, but I think the 97 car of Kyle Hampshire will be set. Oh, what is this FOV? It's actually, it's not great. All right, well, we'll change it for now because, yeah, but there we go. It's much more better, hopefully. We'll see. But Kyle Hampshire coming across the line with a 149.4 from him. That's quite the quick lap here at Oulton in the M2s. We have Luis Castro, both race winners. These two drivers, I think with Luis Castro winning the first race, not last week. Actually, I don't have the results from last week just yet, unfortunately. But we do have the results from the Ferrari Challenge, and Luis Castro did win a race there. Kyle Hampshire as well. So both of these drivers going to be fighting it out to keep going here. Jacob Padberg, though, is going to be wanting to come in as well. Team GoPro. I think he did make this livery himself. Used it back in the M2, the M2's day. If anyone watched that back a few leagues ago. It was commentated by both me and Mike Clutch, the best Mike in the West and the best Mike in the East. So, very humble mics as well. Ollie Raza storming to that pole position, though. 149.1 from him. Track conditions are definitely they're green. They're not optimal. They look optimal. It's a very nice day, but they're green track conditions. Track condition temperature-wise is pretty decent. But other than that, we're looking at a massive shuffle for these top positions here. A little bit further down now, Schlieder in that 6th position. Look at all of these liveries, man. Everybody working so hard on their M2s. This is basically a glorified road car here. Probably the slowest car in ACC. But it does sound very nice. And riding along here with Niall Schlieder in the PSR safety car livery. Why would you have livery on your livery? Whatever. Just Niall Schlieder things. Chat is here setting itself ablaze. You guys can set yourself ablaze if you want. That's fine. Turn chat into the streets of Saigon at 70. Okay, maybe, or 64, 5? Anyways, let's not go there. Jeremy Engelman flying private. I don't know why he's flying private with that livery. That's not his normal M2 livery, I feel like, but nonetheless is a gradient livery. Got some love for Eric in chat. Let's see, how's Eric doing? Eric, no, that's Professor Chronotis. Where's Eric? There he is. He's a couple positions down. Currently 3 and a bit seconds off the pace there in the Trackalicious M2 CS. M2 equals gradient class. You could not be more right. You redeemed a timeout and I suck at this. It doesn't work like that. It's a redeem. It specifically says that you time yourself out. Which I still owe to the bearded driver, but honestly, I don't know how to time people out properly in chat. Let me see if I can. Nah, it's not worth it. I don't like that it deletes previous chat messages. That's the one thing that I didn't know before I set that up. So I'm probably going to end up removing that. New fastest lap, Luis Castro coming in. 149, just 200ths in front of Ali Raza. These guys, just, it's a knife fight in a phone booth here for these guys. This is a 2.6 mile track. Did I 2.7 if we round up. Has quite a few corners on it too. Depending on which layout you're looking at. I think this layout, I should not have set myself up for that one because I don't actually know how many corners are on here. And I'm not counting either. Someone else wants to, feel free. Ride on board with GT3, Mr. Cheese. I can ride along with Mr. Cheese. Where is my man? Provolone not doing so well in this qualifying session, but he also hasn't set a lap yet, so that kind of explains why. Driving the BMW M2. Obviously, everyone's driving the BMW M2. 69 corners. Nice. Nice. 9 corners? 1, 2, 3. No, it's more than 9, isn't it? I still don't know how to count a chicane. 9 or 10? Alright. Alright, I think you're right. Yeah, 9 or 10. Alright. The BMW. I'm going to be saying that a lot tonight. Yes, it's a BMW, obviously. But seeing the BWT BMW get out of the way there, as we are going to see Jason Provolone cresting the hill to the start-finish straight, coming across the line to set a time. Up into 9th position he goes. Garage 17. This BMW is an absolute handful to drive. When we went from 17 drivers at the start of this qualifying session, we're up to 20 now by the end of it. Got Anthony Macho Camacho joining us. Daniel Versosa joining us. Absolutely love to see it. Sounds better than M4? I agree. I don't like the sound of the M4. I know that's a controversial opinion. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. I really don't like the sound of the M4. Now the M6, though. It's a different story. Ali Raza setting a new fastest lap there. Breaking into the 148s. It's a 148.8 from him. He's going to return to the pits for a little bit of a setup change, presumably, and head out back onto track. Jacob Hadberg challenging by 0.2 off of his time currently. He's not on a lap just yet. We'll be starting one soon. Luis Castro going to be struggling to gain on this lap. A few corners left. Coming into the final chicane right now. Well, final chicane in the final... to enter the final sector. There's still the final chicane. Anyways, irrelevant. Luis Castro can compare with Ali Raza here. As we are going to see him. Oh, a little bit of a lift off the throttle there. That's not quite where he's going to be looking to be, and he loses a tiny bit of time. I think he is going to have to settle for abandoning this lap. I'm not sure, though. Ooh, yeah. Going to be tough to challenge Ali Raza's lap. Niall Schlieder here. He is going to be trying to challenge Kyle Hampshire, which these guys have raced side by side many a times in many series at this point, so they're going to be quite familiar with each other. Dude, the new Cup Car series, the all Cup Car series is going to be absolutely sick. We have that. That's going to be starting. Here, why don't I just pull up the calendar? Ba-bam. Got a calendar up where we can see it. Cup Car series is going to be starting March 5th. That's going to be the start of that one on Sundays. It will be replacing... Wait, will it be... I shouldn't be saying things. It's not going to be replacing anything. Don't say anything like that. I don't know how the format's going to... I should figure it out more. But yeah, Porsche Cup coming up. And our GT3 Pro Series. That's going to be... I mean, it's going to be the real corker coming up here soon. I think everyone is excited for the GT3 series. And everyone is absolutely hyped for Provolone right now in chat, spamming the stinky cheeses. So why don't we give the chat what they want? I'm a man of the people. I will not deny it. So I shall give the chat what they want. But he's pulling over and looks like he might be returning to the pits. So, well, no, he's starting his lap. Okay, there we go. He's just letting people by. That's all. Look at that. Look at that. That's the cheese. Going TJ washed. Oh, come on. Who are you, Jake? Yeah. We're going to ride along with Provolone for his lap. Because this is what the world has demanded. We'll see if the Stinky Cheese Man can pull out a better lap. Currently, he's about even on his Delta coming out of out of the first turn complex. Got quite a bit of work to do. No cars really in front of him. That's lag. It's fine. Oh, that's not lag. No, Provolone. Everyone's watching you right now. You can't mess this up. Provolone, you messed this up. You had one job. To set a pole position lap. That was your one job, Provolone. And look, you can't even... Alright, chat. Provolone let you down. Provolone let me down. He let the world down, might I even say. Alright, Jake, I'll give you what you want then. We can take a look at some washed up squid. Where is he at? Is TJ on he's not even on track. He's in the pits. Jarrett Skinner is out on track. He's in a very spooky Rockefeller Racing livery. Got that very purple grill. And a very happy ghost on the back. Can ghosts really be happy? I don't know. It's a question not really for here. Jacob Hadberg, though, not quite enough in it for pole position, I don't think. Ali Raza is on a lap. Cameraman needs to be fired. These two are basically right next to each other, and actually both of them, I think, are on a lap. Why don't we keep an eye on them here? Because both of them are contesting for that pole position lap. Ali Raza is a 10th and a bit ahead of Padberg right now, but Padberg's 2/10 up on his lap, but Ali Raza is improving as well. We can ride along with Jacob Padberg coming into the final sector. He has to absolutely nail this. Coming into the final chicane. Good amount of curbing, riding onto the inside, bit of slip on the exit, gets the power down nicely, car getting out of the way, and returning to pits. Not impeding him whatsoever. He's on a good gain. Ali Raza is on a gain as well. But is it going to be enough? Let's see. Coming into the penultimate corner now. Just trying to ride that power. Riding all of the track, using it to his advantage here now. Getting ready to go down and back up the hill for the final time in qualifying here till race 2. Oh, and he gets a bit of slip. That's going to cost him some precious tenths, but now coming across the line, is it enough for pole position? Jacob Padberg crosses the line, and it's going to be a 10th and a bit up on Ali Raza. He takes the pole position away at the last possible second. Ali Raza not quite with enough there at the very end. All right. And we now get into our 20-minute race session here, where we see the calm before the storm. Using under the weather as an excuse for not racing. Oh, as for not working. All right, fair enough. I kind of used that same excuse too, so. It's just that time of year. Everybody's sick. We're sick and tired of being sick and tired. P11 to P1 for Provolone? It's a bold claim. It's a very bold claim indeed. All right, why don't we get into this grid rundown? Let's see here. Let's not... This shouldn't be too loud. Oh, it's not loud at all. Look at that. This is ideal volume, I would even say. As we take a look here at our pole sitter, Jacob Padberg on Team GoPro, the number 8 BMW M2 leading the field, snatching the pole position away from Ali Raza, who's going to be lining up next to him in that second position. Number 30 car, he is, and lining up behind them will be Luis Castro. Alongside him will be Quinn Smith. Kyle Hampshire in that 5th position. Trying to find a decent camera angle. There's not like a good camera angle at all. Kyle Hampshire in that 97, in the 97 BMW in P5. Ross Phelan? Oh no, I'm sorry, Ross. I know you told me how to say it before. It's been a minute since I've seen your name. Ross Fallon in P6. Niall Schleter in P7. Professor Chronotis in P8. Jarrett Skinner in P9. TJ Washed in P10. Jason Provolone, number 82. Fan favorite, but letting everybody down massively in qualifying. Down for an 11th position. Number 82, Jason Provolone. Jeremy Engelman, the 747 Flying Private. In P12, he is Mike Burkov, lining up in P13. Justin Beachley in P14 in that trash livery. I think it's the Trashalicious livery. My boy Blue, my fellow commentator for this league, who isn't commentating in this race, but driving tonight in the hard motorsports. He's got a Gradient livery himself, lining up next to another Gradient livery of Eric Gakassian in P16, Justin Seckham in P17, Daniel Versosa in P18, Tanner Masters in P19, and Anthony Macho Camacho sneaking into the qualifying session at the very end there, bringing up the rear for P20. The engines are starting up. Cars are getting ready to go underway. And Padberg is the first car to start the formation lap here of the 2.7 mile circuit here at Oulton Park. And there are a couple liveries I do want to take a look at. I'm going to catch up on chat real quick. Yeah, Blue and Eric side by side. That will be interesting. Awesome. Alrighty. Let's take a look at some of these liveries here we got. I wanted to see Anthony Macho Camacho. I think that's a standard livery. Daniel Versosa with a standard livery. Justin Seckham with a very, very gradiented livery. I think the same one that Eric is running. Nope, never mind. Eric's running a different livery. And then my boy Blue. Come on, camera. That's Beachley that we're looking at there. Boy Blue, which car is he driving? Okay, there we go. He's driving the hard car. All right. I thought he was in the Gradient one. My bad. That was Daniel Versosa in the Gradient. Scrapyard. Beachley with a Trashalicious livery. And then we have Mike Burkov. Is this a stock livery? If it is, it's really cool. Got that American flag on it. Jeremy with a relatively under par livery for Jeremy Engelman. Jet, the livery man himself. I mean, it's cool, don't get me wrong. Got that 747 on it. Ross Fallon, I think he's in a custom livery that I don't have downloaded. No, maybe not. No, he's just in a slightly modified car. Awesome. I did say the Trashalicious livery. I'm going to be fined for that. Look, I've already fined Beachley, which means that anything that I get fined for is going to be paid by him. So, it's all good. He's the one paying the fee. Well, we do got time to take a look at it, but there it is, Trashalicious. Look at that. Absolute heresy. But coming up the hill for the first time tonight, two 20-minute races for this BMW M2 Stock Series. We see Jacob Padberg leading the way, but actually kind of not really. Ollie Raza is ahead by a hair, and Ollie Raza's off to a much better start than Padberg is. Padberg caught a little bit sleeping at the wheel. We see him going into T1. Padberg takes the Bullard out and just shoves it on the Bullard. What did the Bullard ever do? Anyways, he's keeping the lead side by side. This is going to be the advantage going into Jacob Padberg for that turn. And then the next, we see him carrying that momentum. We see a car off into the gravel spinning, but that's for the whatever. That's Ross Fallon. Sorry, Ross. Well, I didn't mean like that. Jacob Padberg does manage to fight that position back for the lead, but we see a send potentially from Ollie Raza. Everybody else managing to tuck in carefully right now. Quinn Smith behind, making a move onto Ollie Raza, trying to go the long way around. It's going to be a lot of work from him if he can manage to get that done. Doesn't manage to get under or attacked from Luis Castro behind either. I think everybody has managed to settle down for right now. We see some very close racing here from Nause Schlieder onto the back of Kyle Hampshire. All of these cars tucking in very close to each other, and I think that's a lot of bonnet damage for Mike Burkov. I think that was... No, that's just the bonnet of Mike Burkov. Never mind. And we can take a look here. Positions gained. We see Quinn Smith making up one position from his start, overtaking Luis Castro, putting him back down to fourth. Kyle Hampshire stays even. Nause Schlieder manages to gain a position at the start, overtaking Cronode, actually I don't know who I think he overtook Ross Fallon. Ross Fallon being taken off there in the beginning is actually out there battling right now with Tanner Masters. Jacob Padberg managing to comfortably hold the lead into lap one. But Ollie Raza, one to never give up on an attack. So we'll see. Any mistake from Jacob Padberg could potentially be absolutely fatal for Ollie Raza. Or excuse me, for Jacob Padberg. Ooh, closing in massively is Nause Schlieder there. He is going to be getting a little impatient behind the likes of Kyle Hampshire. I think he has the pace over him, but will he be able to make the move? This track, notoriously tricky to overtake on. Has a look, but thinks better of it. That was not quite the spot to make the overtake, that's for sure. Coming into the big hairpin, he is going to be trying to carry that speed, go for the switchback, and we see contact from behind. Jeremy Engelman plowing a car out of the way. I think that was of Jarrett Skinner. Jarrett Skinner rejoins. What the heck happened there? Let's go back and take a look at this. We're riding along here with Jarrett Skinner coming into the big hairpin. We see a send from Jet there. Maybe a little late. Really hard to tell from that camera angle, but he ends up going side by side with Provolone on exit, and Provolone, I think, does manage to get the position. Not just yet, though. They're still side by side, coming out of it even after 20 seconds. And Mike Burkov in the shadows, lurking, ready to catch his prey. We'll see if he can manage to get either one of these drivers, or maybe even both of them in one corner, but these two are putting up an absolute roadblock coming into the back sector here. Neither one of them wanting to yield whatsoever. Provolone is going to manage to stick it out and carry the momentum around the long way. Absolutely incredible driving from Provolone. We're going to see a move from Mike Burkov behind now onto Jarrett Skinner. Maybe Jarrett Skinner picked up a little bit of damage from that contact. I'm not sure. It definitely wasn't much, though. Side-by-side action once again as we see Jarrett Skinner getting by Provolone. Provolone, what happened there to you, man? I wasn't even looking at my monitor. You got it. I didn't think he was in a position to, but he manages to go and fight back side-by-side, going into the first sector, into the second turn. That is a very tricky spot, very easy to run off, as we saw Ross Fallon do earlier. But Jarrett Skinner has taken that lead, well, not lead, but taken the 9th position back from Jason Provolone for right now. Looking a bit further up ahead, we see Luis Castro actually on the tail now of Kyle Hampshire. So at some point, Luis Castro did manage to get that overtake done on to Niall Schlieder. Must have happened last lap. Ali Raza is within about half a second to Jacob Padberg. I think he has maybe gotten a little bit comfortable for right now and just waiting for Padberg to make a mistake, basically. But we're going to see Luis Castro attempt to pressure Kyle Hampshire into a mistake. Kyle Hampshire, though, I think is not a driver known to make mistakes too often. We'll see if he can hold on to it. We go on board with Luis Castro. This is the BWT pink car here. He's going to be trying to take the long way around of the final corner. It's a very ambitious move, carrying the speed. This will give him the advantage into the T1. Will it? No, it actually won't. And we see Niall Schlieder in the background there trying to get involved as well. Niall Schlieder definitely knows he has the pace on these guys, but Kyle Hampshire is defending like an absolute legend. A bit further back, we do see some action from Jeremy Engelman and Provolone. What happened to Provolone? Provolone is now down a position to Mike Burkhoff. And side by side with Jet. Provolone, you're losing it, buddy. Can he hold the position? Oh, come on, camera. Oh, come on, camera. Absolutely useless, but it does look like Jeremy Engelman manages to get the overtake done on Provolone. Provolone is slipping, but Jet runs wide. Actually, that's just to cover the inside line. He goes defensive. Nice defensive move from him. Provolone absolutely struggling right now. Luis Castro is... What is that notification? Okay, that's fine. We won't worry about it, I think. These guys have settled down for the time being. Justin Seckham having a look at Eric Gakassian. We also see Ross Fallon behind. He's going to be looking at Justin Beachley. Ross Fallon trying to make a recovery after running off the track earlier. I'm not sure if he was pushed. I'm sure he was. He probably was pushed. It's pretty hard to end up at that speed in that area without being shoved off the track. Justin making gains and rapidly. We'll see. We've seen many overtake attempts into the final corner around the outside and inside. Will Justin try it? Looks like he won't. He's just going to back out, try to carry the momentum. Just wait. Try to pressure Eric into a mistake here. It's so tricky to overtake, as I said, on this track. There's just nowhere to do it. The off-camber turns, as you see there, basically making your car want to go off the track as much as it can. You try to turn right, but the track basically is telling your car to turn left, and makes that very tricky to be an overtaking area. Eric is up 3 spots? Yeah, right. He is up 3 spots. So is Daniel Versosa, and so is Justin Seckham. All 3 of those guys up 3. Mike Burkhoff as well. Oh, no! Why'd you have to say anything? Okay, well, Eric Gakassian now equal with... Oh, excuse me, not... we were on board with Justin. My bad. Justin Seckham equal with his starting gains. Oh, and we see side-by-side action behind there from Justin Beachley. Ooh, and they almost make... I think that's Ross Fallon as well, making a little bit of contact in the chicane there. Side-by-side action down the back straight. Coming into another chicane. Ross has the inside line, clips the inside curb. Will that send him flying? No, he keeps it on track. Lovely maneuver from Ross Fallon to keep the position. I think they're on Justin Beachley. Anthony Macho Camacho for P17. He's wanting to get involved as well. Justin Seckham caught lacking. Can he manage to keep him lacking or catch him lacking again? I don't think so. My boy Blue down in last position right now, battling with Tanner Masters. Blue not with the greatest race, unfortunately for him, but at least he does have someone to race along with. Try to make a move there on Tanner Masters. Doesn't quite get the job done. Yeah, Blue must have got killed. But he's battling for that P last. He does not want to give it up. Or he does want to give it up at least. Taking a look a bit further up at Ollie Raza here. Ollie Raza, number 30 BMW. Following along with Jacob Hadberg this entire race so far. Blue's worst enemy is Blue. True. Oh no. Oh no. What happened? Blue going for a send down the inside when he did not have the room to go for it. Yeah, he realizes his mistake. He stops on track. Lets Tanner go. Yeah. Bit too much of a send there. Oh, and we see a car off into the gravel. It's TJ Washed. He rejoins side by side with Jet Engelman and loses out on that position as well. Jason Provolone in 12th. Unfortunate for him. He was battling for that 9th position earlier, but it just slipped away. Ross Fallon trying to gain grounds onto Daniel Versosa here. Honestly, you don't even need to show him the bird. You just got to give him the left hand. Just put the left hand up. Like, brother, what are you doing? Big send around the outside for Mike Burkov. Can he gain the position onto Jeremy Skinner? I don't think so. Jarrett Skinner, excuse me. The accelerated performance M2. Unfortunately, the performance isn't accelerated. Everybody has the same BOP. Justin Beachley, I was about to switch to this. What happened to him? Go back and check it out as he is ahead currently of, I think that's Anthony Camacho. The 103, no, it's Justin Seckham, excuse me. Ooh, and Justin Seckham gives him a little help round into the barrier. Big hit. And a car into the dirt as well. Justin Beachley carries on, but that's a heavy amount of damage onto the front of that Trashalicious. That thing is going straight to the scrapyard at the end of this race. No doubt about that. Mike Burkov still making gains onto Jarrett Skinner. Can he manage it by the end of this race? 7 minutes to go. He definitely has the pace, lapping 148, well, 149.8 this lap. And Jarrett Skinner 150.3. And Jarrett Skinner looks like he is using everything he's got right now to stay on this track. He is pushing extremely hard. Mike Burkov, I think this is just another afternoon for him. Jarrett Skinner off the track again. This is going to give the opportunity to Mike Burkov, and it's sealed. Easy. Mike Burkov should have the pace here to pull away. We'll see if Ross Fallon can get the overtake onto the wounded car, the wounded M2 of Beachley. Not sure Beachley had this one tested in a wind tunnel. Definitely not going to be up to aerodynamic standards. but it still looks like a Trashalicious car from the rear. And that's all Ross Fallon can see as we jump along with him, but we see as well Justin Beachley pushing the track limits as well. I think he is on the limit. Switchback attempt for Ross Fallon. He's going to try to carry that speed onto the back straight here. Isn't going to be successful. Tries to go look down the inside, but this is just all going to be about trying to get the better exit through the chicane. Gains really a lot there. Almost a little bit too much. Has to hit the brakes. Loses out on exit, unfortunately. Heading down to the final chicane. Heavy braking, taking the curb very nicely. This car can take the curb a lot more than you can in a GT3 car. M2 is a big, burly beast. Very heavy. And as I said earlier in the stream, a lot more similar to a road car than pretty much any other car in this game. Down a gear in a third, we're going to carry that momentum onto the start-finish. Well, not the start-finish, through the penultimate corner, onto the final corner. And very late braking there for Ross Fallon. Almost too late into the marbles. That's going to compromise his exit. And he's going to have to wait just that little bit longer to get the overtake done onto Justin Beachley. We'll see if Daniel Versosa can make the overtake onto Eric Gakassian. Versosa lapping last lap at a 150.7, Eric at a 151.4. So Versosa definitely with the pace. But can he get the overtake done? As Murray Walker once said, it's one thing to catch, it's another thing to overtake. And at Oulton Park, that's very true. The QV Motorsports 463 car of Daniel Versosa. And actually, hold up, Ross Fallon, well, was making massive gains onto Justin Beachley, but looks like he has compromised his gains into the gravel trap, but keeps going and still right behind. Is going to be trying to maybe even make a move again. Isn't quite going to get it done just yet. Jeremy Engelman catching up to Provolone. Provolone has gained a couple positions since we last checked with him. He's up to P10. Well, not anymore. It's going to be pretty tricky to keep that P10 here. Jeremy Engelman on the inside line at T1. Yeah, Jet gets it done. Switchback attempt from Provolone. Maybe he will be able to actually carry the speed into the second corner we go. Jet once again with the inside line, though, should be able to cover this off. And he does. Lovely driving there from Jet. Clean overtake. Provolone struggling for pace right now. Must not have his tires up to pressure, or at least where he wants them. Something not comfortable in that setup there of Jason Provolone, no doubt about that. Ollie Raza, checking in on him, has caught up with Jacob Padberg, forcing Jacob Padberg defensive into the chicane. Let's ride along with these guys. And there's a big mistake there from Jacob Padberg. That's going to give the opportunity to Ollie Raza. But unfortunately, Ollie Raza was not in a position to take advantage of that mistake and actually has to hit his brakes himself. Oh, that was the move. Or it should have been the move, but just unfortunately, just slightly too close. Jumping back with him, though. Let's take a look as he follows along. These are two extremely skilled drivers, two that we would even be, these are two drivers I would be looking at potential race wins in the GT3 Pro Series, but there are going to be even some faster guys than these guys in that series, so we will see. Have a great night, Jake. I don't know when you said that. I just caught that, but hope you have a great night, and thanks for popping in and saying hi. Got a minute and 30 left here in the first race of tonight. We will have another qualifying session followed up by another race after that. Man, we just see almost so much more confidence from Ollie Raza in these corners. Jacob Padberg just almost pushing to the absolute limit, maybe over it a little bit. Hear that traction control kicking in massively for that BMW. Oh, and that's wide goes Ollie Raza, but he manages to catch it. Wow, lovely save. I don't even know how you can do that. It's still going to be a faster lap than I could ever produce. Absolutely incredible driving from these two. 148.9 from Ollie Raza last lap, 149.0. So these two lapping pretty much within less than a tenth of each other, about half a tenth. That's it's quite the feat. Human eye blinks in 0.2 of a second. We see yellow flags on the track from Justin Beachley and Anthony Macho Camacho and Ross Fallon. What the heck has happened here? See some battling going on with these three cars side by side going into the hairpin. We see the 7 car on the outside. We see the 55 losing it. Beachley dives to the inside. Oh no, and they all get tangled up. Oh no. I want to go back again and I want to watch that from Beachley's point of view. Beachley, oh no, he doesn't return. Okay, hang on. Can I? Okay, this is Beachley's POV here. See the 55 and he just, oh man. You absolutely hate to see it, and the cameraman doesn't even know where to look. And arriving to the scene of a crime is my boy Blue there. But gaining 2 positions out of it, at the very least. Actually gaining, I think, 3 positions out of it. So there we go. My boy Blue no longer in P last. Although it does look like, I think Tanner Masters, he did manage to get that done onto him at some point. But Anthony Macho Camacho is back in the pits. Kyle Hampshire is battling with Quinn Smith. This is for P3. We're on the final lap, by the way, guys. So there's going to be no distance here. I do want to stick with the battle for the lead, actually. Ollie Raza. Can he make the gains necessary? That's not going to help him. That's a little bit too much curb on the inside. It's going to compromise his exit. And we see behind them Quinn Smith and Kyle Hampshire. Such close racing here from this field. Absolutely incredible. Everybody in the same car and everybody here within a battle with someone else, it seems like. Ollie Raza, I think, is going to have to give up that charge as we are going to round the final corner here. Jacob Padberg did manage to lead this race from the very beginning and has done an excellent job of it. Coming across the line, we see Jacob Padberg for the race win tonight. Ollie Raza right behind him. Behind them, we see these two coming in right next to each other as well. Quinn Smith for 3rd place, Kyle Hampshire for 4th place, Luis Castro. A bit further behind, 7-second gap to him, comes across the line for 5th. Niall Schleter for 6th. Professor Chronotis for 7th. Nice race from him. Mike Burkov in 8th. Jeremy Engelman comes across the line in 9th. Jason Provolone yet to come across the line, but just now comes across the line for P10. TJ Washed right behind him for P11. Jarrett Skinner in P12. Eric Gakassian just ahead of Daniel Versosa. Going to be making their charge to the line now. And respectively, P13 and P14 for them. Justin Seckham as well to come across the line. Not the most elegant way to finish your lap, but that's okay. It doesn't matter as long as you come across the line. That's well, without a drive-through penalty, obviously. And Blue making up a few positions at the end there, gaining that P16. Ross Fallon, I think, not going to be too happy with his result. But P17 for him, Justin Beachley. P18, Tanner Masters. P19, and Anthony Macho Camacho, unfortunately, retiring there before the end for P20. Hydrate time. Lovely. We can take a look at these cars all lined up. Why not? Got nothing better to do. Get on their level. There we go. Look at that. Wait, I got it even. I got it even better. There we go. As we just wait for the session to swap over here. Getting into the next qualifying session where we will see all of these drivers going at it once again. As before, every great battle, every great moment in history, there is that lull before the cannon fire, before Thermopylae, before Hastings. There's always the sound of a weird buzzing in the pit lane in the background. But now, coming to the end of the session, fireworks there for Jacob Padberg as he takes the race win. Great result for him. Is this I think that is a standard livery. I know this looks like a standard livery, but it is not. This is not a standard livery. You can see Luis Castro's stamp and his flag as well. Is that the Chilean flag? I shouldn't have said that, to be honest. I should not have said that. I think I'm right, but there's a lot of countries down there. And I think I'm right a lot, and I'm normally not right. You can see pit lane, all of the guys with earmuffs on giving instructions to their drivers. Telemetry data that's needed, where they can improve and gain each little thousandth around the corner. Turning their head repeatedly, looking at the other person. It looks like they're screen cheating. What are they doing? I accidentally hit pin on that message, Ducky, but I have now... Wait, no, hold on. I pinned tragic? I don't want to pin tragic. Can I pin that one? Did that unpin the other one, though? I maybe have pinned multiple messages now. Regardless. We have pinned hydration because hydration is important. Pinning machine? Do I stream? I'm streaming right now. But I'm assuming, do you mean if I have my own Twitch channel? No, I do not. I am just the streamer for Trackalicious. I've recently been described as the media manager, which is a title that I will take. I think it was an unofficial joke, but I'll take it. It's official now. I didn't mean to hit the button. I hovered over. I do it all the time. I don't know why they put pin this message when you hover over it. Like, I'm just trying to tab into the window. And yes, it is in the same spot every single time, so I have basically no excuse. But that's irrelevant. Why don't we get into this qualifying session here, where we can maybe pull up some times when they do end up inevitably coming around the lap. Kyle Hampshire, I think he is the first one out on track. And we will see Kyle Hampshire trying to make that charge for that pole position once again. He did not have the result he wanted to, I think, last race. Didn't end up sneaking away with the podium, but quite a bit of work to do if he wants that race win. It did really just seem like Ollie Raza and Jacob Padberg were on a completely another planet last race. Padberg, I think his tires maybe fell off at the end there, causing Ollie Raza to put an extreme amount of pressure on him, but Jacob Padberg's superb driving managed to hold him off. Hola, Senor Paul. 30 kilograms ballast to Ollie Raza and Padberg. Why not? I don't even think that would help. Polgarin, how are you doing tonight? A success penalty? Yes, if you win, you are going to lose more. That's the incentive. Kyle Hampshire setting the first time 1:48.4. All right, the track time is definitely optimal. Yeah. We got a very, very cozy track. And Jet 5/10 behind him. That's quite the lap from Jet, I would say. Portuguese homework and couldn't make it? Wow. Feel truly offended, but hey, thanks for joining us in the stream here, at the very least. Jacob Padberg taking that pole position there. And looks like he's quickly going to return to the pits for a setup change. And my ACC TV has decided to make everybody not in the current position that they should be. There we go. Ross Fallon in sixth position now. 1:49.7 from him. Man, that's a pretty good lap. And he's in sixth position. These guys here at the top are just absolutely, they're just rockets. Padberg, I'm not sure. Oh, he is coming out. Okay. Luis Castro going to be trying to take that pole position back from Padberg, as he did manage to have to start second in the last race. No, he didn't. Ollie Raza did. Anyways. Take a look here with Mike Burkov, who's on a massive improvement, actually. Currently sitting in P7, about 2 seconds off of the time. The brave to earn, yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Never would have guessed Polgarin is a bilingual individual. Wait, I guess I knew he was a bilingual. A trilingual individual. I think Mike Burkov maybe lost a little bit of time to that lap traffic, and I'm not sure which gradient car that was. But nothing too bad. Mike Burkov still pushing to the final quarter now. He's going to have time to set a couple more laps. A bit of oversteer on exit, but he is pushing that M2 extremely hard up into fourth gear, coming across the line with the improvement. Currently sitting in P10 up to P7. Gains about a second and a bit on his previous time. Hey, it's not like I know any other languages. I am single-lingual. And yes, that's official term. Look it up. Yeah, I can barely... Yeah, I mean, you guys are watching me. You guys know I can barely English. Ollie Raza did manage to take that pole position from Padberg. Can he hold it, though? Padberg, I think, is on a lap. Where is he? He's on about halfway through his lap, and I think he's about dead even with his previous delta. That's impossible. Alrighty, Paul. Have a great night. And good luck on your homework. I respect the dedication. No slacking off. Head down, just as he would be in the sim. Respect. Thank you, Paul. Mike Burkov pushing to come across the line again here, and this is going to be another pretty decent improvement. Currently sitting in P9. As you go higher up the field, it's much harder to gain time. Obviously, that's goes without freaking saying, but still, the time's much closer towards the top than they are in the middle. Thank you, little bearded. Oh, wait, I bearded. I'm not dyslexic, it's fine. For the follow, much appreciated. Six minutes remaining here in qualifying. Ollie Raza currently in the pits, or actually just coming out onto track. Jacob Padberg trying to fight for that pole position, but I don't know if he's got it in him. He has to get into the 147s, basically, to improve on Ollie Raza's time. That is absolutely ridiculous in the M2s. These guys making these cars look like they're GT4s, basically. I actually have no idea what a GT4 time is around this track, so... I should know, considering we just raced here, but that was GT3 that we were watching, so... Wait, no it wasn't. Anyways, we're not gonna get all uppity and say who's who with who has bad memory and oh whatever. No, I mean, yeah, I got it. Mike Burkov making good improvements every lap. Honestly, one of the only drivers I've managed to see do so. These guys up front, it's either all or nothing. You send it or you don't. Mike Burkov just slowly, look at that, up to P5. Just every lap, knocking people down. Systematic, I would almost call it. Oh, okay. Good to know. Good to know. So, yeah, not quite to the pace of a GT4 car then. Must be the livery. Did you check for steroids? Yeah. Yeah, he's actually been found to be doping. But no, that's okay. He's hiding some nitrous oxide or nitrous fuel. What is it? Yeah, wait, hold on. Why do I always... It's so easy to make yourself look dumb in the heat of the moment. He's cheating. Oh, and that car took way too much curb into the chicane in front of Jacob Padberg there. Yes, Nause there. Thank you. It's literally my last name. So how I managed to, yeah, that's special. For anyone curious, I am Mike Nause in the booth. So, there we go. Jacob Padberg is going to be still about even with his time. It's so tricky to make. Wait a second. He did make an improvement. He's one. Oh my goodness. Is 1/100th of a second off. That's so the human, like I said, the human eye blinks in 0.2 of a second. So the gap between Luis Castro and pole position right now, roughly the blink of a human eye. When you try to put that into concept, I mean, Padberg literally was maybe going 1/2 mile an hour slower than Ollie Raza through one corner of the track. And that was the difference. I mean, it's incredible how freaking close these two guys are in time. Mike Burkov is in the pits. Is he going to be coming out? He is going to be coming out, I think. Well, that wasn't Mike Burkov. Why did it not? Mike Burkov is going to be staying in the pits, it looks like. Casey, welcome, welcome. I think Ollie Raza there with a new... No, he's not with a new fastest lap. My bad. Both of these guys struggling to gain more time as the track conditions... Maybe the track's getting a little too hot. Getting a little slippy, getting a little slidey. I'm not sure. Ollie Raza, though, is up a 10th currently. It's not like they need to gain much. Like I said, 100th of a second between Jacob Hadberg and Ollie Raza. That's just... That's insane. I think Ollie Raza will be improving on his time this lap. Has a couple more corners, though. Very easy to mess up any corner on this track. Especially when you're at this level of driving and every 1,000th of a second matters, basically. And this is going to be... Oh, too wide for Ollie Raza. He's going to have one more attempt if he wants. But his tires are going to be heated up already, and that was the lap he probably wanted. It's a 148.0 from him. Or last lap. Wait, no, I didn't see what it... It's 148.1 from him after that mistake. So, just not quite enough. And Padberg makes the improvement on Ollie Raza by 0.02 of a second. Holy cow. That's just incredible. I mean, that's down to, like I say, I mean, inches of distance coming across the line. I mean, that's so unfathomably small. But everything comes down to this lap. Ollie Raza, Jacob Padberg, battling it out for pole position. Both of them on an improvement this lap. Oh, that's not going to help Jacob Padberg. That was a lot of curb. It's going to compromise his exit massively. He's sticking with the lap, though. Oh, and that's not going to help either. Trying to push that car to the absolute limit and beyond. Ollie Raza. Ride with him, actually. We'll stick with Jacob Padberg. I think he will be coming across the line first. We will jump back with Ollie Raza if he gets closer. Jacob Padberg about dead even with his Delta coming around the final corner. Accelerating up the hill for the final time in qualifying, and he does back out of it. It's not going to be an improvement. Ollie Raza, can he manage to gain 0.02 of a second? He runs wide and invalidates. Ollie Raza, one corner to go, and he invalidates with about 0.2 up on his lap, too. Would have been the pole position lap for him there. Unfortunately, though, he doesn't quite get it. And then we see at the end Justin Beachley jumping up to P15 after setting his lap. That means Jacob Padberg takes another pole position. But last race, we did see a much better start from the left side of the track. Jacob Padberg, though, did yield a little bit too much ground, in my opinion, to Ollie Raza. But ACC Deltas and whatnot, who knows what's going on with them. It is, you never know. Let's hydrate here real quick, everybody. Get a nice drink of water. Well, in my case, Monster, because I need that energy. And we will get in here. Let's see. Yeah, I know. A couple people had to miss this race. Quite a few people missing this race tonight. We do got 20 drivers on the grid, though. But definitely not as many as we were hoping. It's all right. Still plenty of action here, as we saw from last race. So let's get into the grid rundown. Jacob Padberg, number 8, taking pole position there at the end once again. Just eking it out by 0.02 of a second. Ollie Raza going to be really disappointed there, invalidating on the final corner in that number 30. Luis Castro in P3. Quinn Smith with quite the result, I would say. Haven't seen Quinn Smith this high up, I feel like, in a qualifying in a while. Up into 4th position for him. Jarrett Skinner in P5. Mike Burkov in P6. Camera angle switched there a little early. That's all right. We see Kyle Hampshire in that shell-topped car in P7. Nause leader bringing up P8 in the number 37. Jeremy Engelman in the Flying Private 747 in P9. TJ Washed bringing up P10 in the number 99. Professor Chronotis in P11. Jason Provolone in P12, I think again. Or he maybe started P11 last race. Ross Fallon in P13. Eric Gakosian bringing up P14. Justin Beachley in the Beach GT Trashalicious in P15, number 18 car. Anthony Macho Camacho with a better qualifying result this time in P16. Boy Blue in P17, lined up next to Daniel Versosa, who is in P18. Justin Seckham in P19, and Tanner Masters bringing up the back of the grid there for P20. We have good luck wished in chat. 30 seconds to go till the engines get the engine, or till the engines get the engine started. Yeah, no, I don't think that's how that works, but JC, welcome. Happy you could make it for the start of a race. And yeah, this is a really tricky track with some really tricky cars. I don't know, I love the M2s though. They're glorified road cars. Padberg, first one underway once again. It'll be interesting to see the start here. Ollie Raza getting a much better start onto Jacob Padberg last race, almost taking him into T1 around the outside. That was due to maybe, I think, like I say, just the amount of ground Jacob Padberg gave to Ollie Raza there. So we'll see if there is a more aggressive approach from Jacob Padberg here at the beginning of this race. He did manage to keep that race lead the whole time, though, so I am picking at straws, but could have been the other way around. You never know. Ollie Raza could have led that race the whole way, and Padberg would have been a 10th behind the entire time. Luis Castro, he's got some work to do himself. He's going to be looking to try to keep up, I think, with Ollie Raza, potentially make a move on him at some point. I don't think he's going to want to do that early, though. I think he's going to want to use the pace of these guys to potentially pull ahead of Quinn Smith behind. Quinn Smith is going to be a massive threat to Luis Castro early on. And I would imagine even late on. All of these guys, forces to be reckoned with. Yes, there are some awesome liveries here. We got my least favorite livery, which I will show off because it's not actually my least favorite livery. I just like giving it crap because it's good. It's a really good livery, actually. The Trashalicious livery. You gotta love it. Justin Beachley. Got plenty of trash pandas, trash whatever you want to call them. Very awesome livery indeed. Plenty of gradients as well. Lots of people in that department. Daniel Versosa, did he change? I always feel like people try to trick me. They always tell me after, like, did you notice I changed liveries? Like, no, I have to look at like 100 cars over the course. Like, no, I'm sorry. I wish I did. I'm not that big brain. Now that's someone we need in here. We need the big brain guys in these leagues. Big Brain Racing. Represented, I think, in our two-man driver swap series on Saturday. A couple of them in the lobby. Not tonight, but in general. As we get ready here, as the tension builds for the final race tonight here at Oulton Park. We have Jacob Padberg on pole position, leading us away. Ollie Raza is close behind, and it's another really good start for Ollie Raza. He's going to be putting quick pressure. Can he get done what he didn't last time? It doesn't look like it. Jacob Hadberg going much more defensive this time. Closes off the line, but Ollie Raza sticks with him for now. We see action behind, though. I want to take a look. Mike Burkov under some serious pressure here on the defense, heavily from the car behind of Jarrett Skinner. Everybody clean so far, except 72 of Tanner Masters is off, unfortunately. I'm not sure what happened there. We see side-by-side action, Jacob Hadberg and Ollie Raza, and there's contact between the two. Jacob Hadberg's off into the grass just a little bit, manages to hold his line, and we see behind Luis Castro trying to make pressure on Ollie Raza. He's going to be trying to make this move early on. He wants the lead of this race. Side by side with Ollie Raza, he's going to have the inside line here for the chicane exit, but no, he backs out early. And we see Ollie Raza still under massive threat, fully alongside goes the 888. And is going to have, once again, the inside line on to the entrance, though, of the chicane this time. Is going to go ahead of him before the second part and takes the position. Quinn Smith, lovely overtake. We see cars off. Oh no, and TJ Wash, Jarrett Skinner, they're off, unfortunately. Quinn Smith into the gravel. That's going to compromise his exit. Ollie Raza is going to be making moves back onto Quinn, but he has to be very careful. Luis Castro in that BWT is not far behind either and wants blood. While all this has been happening, Jacob Hadberg has pulled a happy about a second and a half lead to this pack. And the squabbling continues. Ollie Raza down the inside of the final corner. He's going to be trying to take that position back, runs him wide. All fair racing so far. Ollie Raza is going to have the inside line for the first corner. Has the position starting the lap. Coming into T1, stays late on the brakes, but we've seen this outside line. It's very good, but not good enough, and that puts him under threat now. Quinn Smith under pressure from Luis Castro. Luis Castro going to be trying to make the move side by side here. Mike Burkov not too far behind, trying to get involved as well. This is absolutely insane close racing from these M2s. And then there's Jacob Hadberg. Looks like everybody has found their place for now, but I think that at any point in time, any one of these drivers is going to stick their nose out and do something. Kyle Hampshire down in 7th position. I'm not sure what happened to him, but he is sticking with it as well. All of these drivers, the closest I've seen. This is incredible racing. I haven't even had time to look back in the field. There's a massive train going on there. Jarrett Skinner and TJ Masters, I think that's a damaged BMW there. TJ, oh man, that's a really big damaged BMW. Blue battling with Daniel Versosa here. We see Jason Provolone battling with Jet Engelman. The only driver that is relatively comfortable right now is Jacob Hadberg, who has a 2-second lead over Ollie Raza. We see side-by-side action there a little bit. Kyle Hampshire trying to make the move on to Niall Schlueter, but Niall Schlueter is no slouch and not going to give that position up easily. Are we going to see a move into T1? It's a very risky move into turn 1 here. It's a high-speed right-hander, very easy to understeer into the grass. Kyle looking so impatient, though. He just wants to get that overtake, but he's managing to stick with it. Luis Castro looking ahead to Quinn Smith here. He as well is probably getting a little impatient at this point. Niall Schlueter. Oh, he actually gets overtaken by Kyle Hampshire. I want to go back and see that. Let's take a look at that move here from Kyle Hampshire. Oh, he's already fully ahead. All right, whatever. I missed it. I'm good at my job. Ooh. Kyle Hampshire actually almost loses the position there. But nothing has happened in that 20-second frame, luckily. Luis Castro still gaining on Quinn Smith here. Quinn Smith just can't pull away. Ollie Raza has managed to pull away about 2 seconds, or about a second and a half to Quinn Smith. Not quite what Padberg has to Raza, but it's better than nothing. At least he's not under constant threat of a dive bomb like Quinn Smith is here from Luis Castro. Although Luis Castro, I don't think, is one to just send it. He is a very talented driver, knows what he's doing here. And, oh, and I say that, he takes the alternate line there. Mike Burkow follows him off on the rally stage. These BMWs, though, not too phased by a little bit of dirt. They're multiple-ton monsters. Bit further down the field, we see Jeremy Engelman trying to make a move here onto Niall Schlieder. Niall Schlieder struggling for pace a little bit, it seems like, in these M2 races. Take a look at positions gained. Niall Schlieder is about even with where he started. We see Jeremy Engelman up 2 positions, trying to make it a third right now. And actually, wait, he already did make it a third. Never mind. Or, well, he made it a second. He was up 1. Not, anyways, Jason Provolone up 3 positions. He was going to try to make it a 4th, though. And he did make it a 4th. What Jet just runs wide and gives up 3 positions? Good job, Jet. It's all right. I love Jet, so I can say that. He is side by side, though. Does get the move onto Professor Kanotis, at least. Or rather, prevents the move from Professor Kanotis onto him. A 4 position gain for Provolone. Whoops. I mean, wasn't the right button I was looking for, but, you know. Luis Castro sticking with that gap to Quinn Smith of 0.2. He is not letting that thing get any further. So Castro definitely with the pace over Quinn Smith, but he just can't get the overtake done. You see, defensive there. Luis Castro positioning his car just slightly to the inside, Quinn Smith positioning his car slightly to the inside, just in the center of that track, not giving enough room for Luis Castro to send it. This is great defensive driving from Quinn Smith, but he has to do it for another 12 minutes and 30 seconds, which I don't know if even the best of drivers can do, but Quinn Smith definitely is one of the best of drivers. He's won multiple races here at Trackalicious. I think he's won championships. So if there is anyone to hold off Quinn Smith, or to hold off Luis Castro, it would be Quinn Smith. Though it is going to be a feat. Ah, that sucks, Rocket. Rocket, are you Tanner? Let me know if you're Tanner Masters. Or you are? Okay, perfect. Well, not perfect. I'm sorry you crashed out. That's less than ideal. But thanks for joining us in this season. Isn't there one more race? Yeah, we got the Maseratis. Are you not going to be joining us for the Maseratis? It was a perfect crash. Okay. I don't know what that means, but alright. I'll take your word for it. Okay. Well, congratulations on starting your new job. Hope that goes well for you. And, yeah, thank you for joining the Trackalicious Rotation League. Hope to see you in some other leagues. I know I definitely recognize your name from a couple other leagues. Not sure which off the top of my head. Luis Castro getting antsy. He's running out of time. We're about halfway through this race. I want to see here. TJ Washed actually is going to be making a move on to Justin Beachley. Let's see this. Why not? Nice. Solid move. But now back to the actual action here for the potential podium slots. Luis Castro trying to gain on Quinn. Well, he can't gain anymore. He's literally on his freaking diffuser. I don't think he can get any closer at times. First big break in a while. Well, hope your break goes well. Hopefully you don't lose too much pace. Don't take a 2-year break like I did. You're going to lose a lot of time. I figured that one out the hard way. Jeremy making gains on Provolone. Big gains, in fact. Closed up massively there right on the tailpipes. Do these cars even have a diffuser? I think they have a very, very small diffuser. Yeah, cheers, mate. Jet absolutely ruthless here, but hold on. Mike Burkov has closed the gap to Luis. What happened here? Luis has managed to slip a second away from Quinn. I think Luis has made a mistake in that extreme close fighting, and now he is experiencing what he has basically been reaping for the past few laps. Heavy pressure from Mike Burkov. Kyle Hampshire, though, as well, is going to be pressuring Mike as... yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Hopefully. Jeremy Engelman gets by Jason Provolone. Provolone slacking just towards the middle of these races. He's losing out on pace. And he does lose that position to Jeremy Engelman, unfortunately. We'll see if he can fight that back. He's got plenty of time to do so. Quinn Smith has managed to close that gap back down to Ollie Raza. About a second. Padberg 3 seconds ahead of all of this nonsense, though. He is checked out and happy to be where he is. No doubt about that. Yeah, I think we have a big train for P last. Got some side-by-side action going on here. Blue and TJ. TJ gets the overtake done on my boy Blue. Yeah, Padberg just said, yeah, he's gone. I mean, it's 3 seconds. It's not, you know, that's just a mistake. It's a pretty bad mistake, but it's, you know, it's a mistake. Padberg, though, yet to put a foot wrong pretty much all night. So I don't see that happening. We'll see. Still 7 minutes to go. Number 8 leads the way. We're currently following the 888, who is following Ollie Raza here. Can ride along with him. See if he makes a move in any of these upcoming corners, as he is closed that gap back down massively. So Quinn Smith definitely with the pace over Raza. Raza just knows how to defend. Such good defending from him. Oh, and Jason Provolone is yellow flag. What's happened here? He's off, I think. Well, the cameraman doesn't even know what happened to him. Oh, that's not the right way, Provolone. Oh, is he going to try to thread the needle? Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, Provolone, Provolone, Provolone. Down into P last goes Provolone, as he has made new friends with an Aramco. The Aramco has won that battle. Mamma mia, indeed. Can take a look at this close battling between these two, and then the pack behind. Quinn Smith holding up Mike Burkov and Luis Castro, or excuse me, like Luis Castro holding up Mike Burkov and Kyle Hampshire. Five minutes to go. I think Padberg is going to be count. He wants this race to be over now, obviously. And I think so does Ollie Raza, to be fair. He has a lot of pressure behind him, but it's slightly relieved for now. Kyle Hampshire, though, is making gains on Mike Burkov. Can he manage to send it into the hairpin here? The answer to that is no, he doesn't. Daniel Versosa, though, looks like he's going to be making a move on to Anthony Macho Camacho. Backs out of it, though, as we come up to the kink. And what the heck? Eric Gakassian in the wall. Let's ride along with Eric and see what happened here. Onto the ground. Oh, no, he pulled a provolone, basically. Oh, but he threaded the needle. Oh! Okay. I mean, at least he hit the barrier pretty lightly compared to what provolone did. I'll give him that. You got a new idea? All right, let's hear it. +5 for crash style. I can totally agree with that. That's very fair. Skill points for sure. Yeah. No, that is not an easy thing to do. Jacob Padberg with the fastest lap of this session. It's a 1:48.0. Man's lap in qualifying laps here in the race, but has no one behind him, no one in front of him to really worry about. I really thought his back end was going to clip that tire wall. How it didn't, I have no idea. Luis Castro has gotten in front of Mike Burkov? Has it always been that way? I think I'm second guessing myself, but it doesn't matter because Kyle Hampshire's trying to make a move on Mike Burkov now. Gets onto the rough part of the track, though. Costs him just those little bit of speed he needed into the chicane. Tries again, though. Is going to have the long way around into the next chicane. If he manages to stay fully alongside, though, he will have the better exit, but he backs out early. It's so tricky to go too wide through there. It's so easy to end up in the gravel and grass. It's just not worth it. Oh, and... Ooh. Bit of a moment from Kyle Hampshire. These two still going at it. Ollie Raza, Quinn Smith. Two peas in a pod, basically, here. And unfortunately, I know Jason Provolone did retire from that collision. You can see coming by the pit lane now. Padberg doing a great job commanding this race, setting the pace that everyone needs to follow. Lapping about a lap slower last lap, actually. 1:49.1. About half a second slower than his previous pace. Gap has closed slightly from Ollie Raza, but I don't think that gap is going to be able to close enough here in the next 1 minute, or 1 minute and a bit. Jarrett Skinner, though, flashing his lights even. Or I think TJ Wash getting overtaken by Jarrett Skinner there. I'm not sure. We just missed that one. Yeah, I don't know. Quinn Smith, got to get the hammer down. We will have one more lap. Flashing is not illegal. Nope. You are fully allowed to flash in this league. Use your signal lights. Use windshield wiper. You can do whatever, as long as you're not crashing into other drivers. Some drivers do like to use their headlights to get, or to attempt to get into other people's heads. Yeah, naughty in your guys' books. Yeah, in some series, it is that way. I don't know. I have my mute mic button. Wait, hold on. We're going to come across the line with 1 second to go. Wow. Padberg actually had the choice to end the race, and he didn't. I mean, it would have been really, really risky if he did, and he really doesn't need to. I think Padberg is more than comfortable driving one more lap with Ollie Raza behind. I wouldn't be, personally, but I'm not Jacob Padberg. And Quinn Smith here has one more lap to contend with Ollie Raza. Jeremy Engelman behind is making good gains on Niall Schleter as well. It'll be his last attempt to get that overtake done. And I just don't think we're going to see it. I think Ollie Raza is going to manage to hold this gap off. I mean, hold the gap. There's been zero gap between them, but Ollie Raza managing to withstand the pressure, cool as a freaking cucumber in a industrial-sized freezer. Man has ice in his veins. Managing to hold the likes of Quinn Smith behind him for 20 minutes is absolutely incredible. A great drive from Ollie Raza. Great drive from Jacob Padberg. And we'll see. Kyle Hampshire. Can he make the move on to Mike Burkhoff? He doesn't. He's got one more corner to go, and this is not going to work. And coming across the line, Jacob Padberg to get the checkered flag there. Ollie Raza behind. Quinn Smith there as well. Luis Castro, Mike Burkhoff, Kyle Hampshire, Niall Schleter leading Jeremy Engelman to the finish line there. Photo finish at the end almost. Big smash. Cronotis finishing just in front of Ross Fallon there. Ross Fallon for 10th. Professor Cronotis for 9th. Taking out the polystyrene at the end as well. Danny Versosa for P11. And Blue, this is a little bit damaged Blue. Car has some war wounds. But let's get our winners. So Padberg, Raza, and Quinn. See here. Padberg. Where the heck are you? I'm in the pre-race briefing. Wait, why am I in the pre-race briefing and in the stream room? Okay, interesting. We'll not worry about that right now. It's not. Hello, Ollie. Hello, Padberg.
Oh, have I been pulled?
You have been pulled.
Oh.
And I don't see Quinn Smith in the... Oh, you have been pulled. I'm on push to talk. Genius. There we go. Okay, much better now. I'm not seeing Quinn Smith in the Discord. So Quinn Smith, if you're in the Twitch chat, feel free to pop in here or up into the green room.
Give it all you can.
But Jacob, great job.
Thank you. I'm gonna be honest, I got really lucky.
With what?
My pressures and also just Raza like getting like screwed over in qualifying, because in both qualifyings on his last lap he either validated or screwed up a little bit and was up by 4/10 and could have easily beaten me in qualifying. So
well, he didn't, and you managed to get that win. Both times, in fact.
yeah.
I don't know. How do you feel about that, Raza? Because I feel like you were pushing really hard at the end there, and the qualifying especially, and that just kind of... I mean, you were just trying to get that extra little 1,000th out, and invalidated, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, that second qualifying, I think I was 4/10 off. think I was gonna do a 47.6, and then in the third sector I just messed up, and then I invalidated. But I don't know. I thought I would do good in the race, and but then I kind of slowed down. Because I think Quinn came in the way. Then I had to get past him, and then I don't know. Throughout the race, I kind of just zoned out. I don't even know what happened. And then in the end, Quinn came up really close, and then I started sweating, and then
I was
we
gonna
ended
say,
up
how did
P2.
you zone out when you had Quinn Smith like a 10th behind you the entire race? But okay.
I think that only in the beginning he was behind me. Throughout most of the race, he was at least a second to a half, 1.5 second off.
Yeah, okay. You can check the replay on that one, but
Was he? Oh, I
he was
didn't.
literally on your bumper the entire race. But yeah.
Ah, shit. Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe I just zone out too much. A good race though.
Yeah, no, good race indeed. So yep, you guys are all free to go unless you guys have anything else to say, Jacob, or otherwise.
Nope.
Alrighty, well, you guys, great race from both of you, great race from Quinn Smith as well, for that third position. Did he get third in both races?
I think so.
Okay,
I think so. Yeah.
awesome racing from him. We are gonna raid Mad Moses, or Jacob, are you gonna keep streaming?
No, I gotta go to bed
Then I will not raid
because
you.
I got school tomorrow, and plus I've already stopped streaming.
Well, okay, then I really won't raid you. We will raid Mad Moses. So go check him out. He's doing some LFM dailies. But yeah, thanks everyone for joining. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and have a good night, everyone.
Yeah. Good night, everyone.
Night.